CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. Federal Conservatives are forcing a vote in the House of Commons this afternoon as they push for federal support for a new West Coast oil pipeline. The motion calls on MPs to take note of the Memorandum of Understanding between Alberta and the feds. That means any division inside the Liberal caucus would become apparent. The motion takes language directly from the MOU to call for an adjustment to the oil tanker moratorium. But according to the Liberals, it leaves out parts of the MOU dealing with industrial carbon pricing, Indigenous ownership, engagement with BC, and the need for a private proponent.
If it's a yes vote, it might look like we don't take seriously our requirement to consult with BC and First Nations. And if it's a no vote, it might look like we're not serious about the pipeline. So this, let's take it to a meta level. He knows what he's doing. Both of those situations, either a yes or a no vote, makes the pipeline less likely. The Prime Minister is a serious man for a serious moment. The Leader of the Opposition is not, and he's playing political games.
Conservatives amended the motion, but it still doesn't mention industrial carbon pricing. Ultimately, the motion and any amendments are non-binding. Country singer Corb Lund's petition asking for new coal mining to be prohibited in the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains has been approved. The legislative proposal was given the green light on Monday. Lund has a week to appoint a chief financial officer. Following that, Elections Alberta will post the requirements for a successful petition. Lund expects to have 4 months to collect 177,000 signatures. If that happens, the legislature would consider a law to ban coal mining or send it to a province-wide vote. On Monday, Lethbridge's Chamber of Commerce hosted the CEO of Northback to learn more about the proposed Grassy Mountain coal project. Business and political leaders were invited to take part while protesters gathered outside. Some in attendance say they felt the company was evasive, especially when it came to answering questions about selenium contamination.
I felt that they fell short. This was an opportunity to answer some very basic questions, and I thought they weren't being honest.
I was here just to listen and learn to what some of the questions were, what some of the concerns were that are surrounding this project. This is an important project for Alberta.
Northback's CEO would not speak to the media. Instead, the company issued a statement claiming the Grassy Mountain coal operation would create hundreds of jobs. It did not address environmental concerns. A violent assault in Calgary over the weekend highlights the potential dangers of selling goods over social media. This is what happened Saturday after Jason Nguyen invited a prospective buyer into his house to test out a laptop he was selling. The assailant unleashed an entire canister of bear spray into his face. Still, Nguyen kept fighting, thinking his wife was in danger, but she was actually hitting one of the assailants with a shovel. The assault continued against her husband, who was being dragged down their front steps and repeatedly kicked in the ribs and back.
For me, the safety of my wife is priority. So once I confirmed that she was behind me and the two guys were in front of me, then that's when I decided to let go. And then what surprised me the most is when they re-entered my home the second time.
One of the assailants dropped his phone in the scuffle in the home and broke back in to retrieve it. The culprits did not get the laptop they came to steal. Police are investigating, and they're also trying to determine if this is related to other similar online sales-related assaults. Police have charged 5 people accused in a casino fraud. According to investigators, 2 employees at the Deerfoot Casino issued unearned winnings to 3 patrons. It's alleged to have happened on several occasions involving various card games. The casino did its own investigation before contacting police. Last month, 2 men and 3 women were arrested. Their next court appearance is December 22nd. Calgary International Airport is promising smoother holiday travel with the opening of a new security checkpoint. Tomorrow morning, centralized screening will open for the domestic terminal at the airport. The airport says the 7 lanes of security checkpoints will improve capacity by 40%. The timing of the opening is key, as many families will be traveling over the holidays.
It's a fantastic experience for the travelers to be able to open this up for Christmas, because again, you've got a lot of people that only travel maybe once a year. You've got young families that are coming through to visit relatives, go on vacation. And what we're doing with this investment is making it easier and removing anxiety it's going to be a great experience coming through here.
Phase 2 of the improvements will be added near the end of next year. The old domestic terminal security areas will be transformed into new retail spaces and washrooms. A rare visitor to Alberta is spending the winter at the Alberta Institute for Wildlife Conservation. A female Costa's hummingbird arrived at the clinic on November 13th after spending several days in a northeast Calgary yard. These desert birds are typically found in the American Southwest, usually no further north than Nevada. The clinic staff determined the tiny bird got lost and was unlikely to survive Calgary's winter weather. She needs a special diet, heat, and humidity to regain her strength. If you would like to help her, consider donating to the clinic at aiwc.ca. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnewscalgary.ca.